Hi everybody, Elizabeth here with Country Peony, and welcome to episode 8 of Coffee and Crafting. So I like to grab a warm cup of coffee and craft in the afternoon after lunch, and I wanted you to join me in doing that. So before we get started, my name is Elizabeth and I'm with Country Peony, and Country Peony is a DIY and craft blog out of Texas. And so I'm here in my studio and I like to create simple, inexpensive DIY and crafting projects to really inspire you just to start creating. And so today's project is extremely simple. It's really fun. It is a Pom Pom pumpkin. So this is something you can make in less than 10 minutes. And you can vary the size based on what Pom Pom maker you have. And it's really fun. It's a great way to celebrate fall. You can change up the color of the yarn. You can use up any yarn that you have. It could also be a great gift topper. You could string them together to make a fun garland. But I thought this was just a really fun, easy win of a craft. And that's what I really try to focus on, is simple crafts to get you started to create. Because I truly believe in the beauty of the process and the beauty in creating. So thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to know where you're coming from. I'm from Texas. I'm here in Texas. It's finally starting to feel like fall, and it makes me so happy because I've been decorating for fall for months now. So before we get started, I wanted to tell you what products you're going to need for today's craft, which again is this adorable Pom Pom pumpkin. So another great thing, not only is this craft super simple to make, it's extremely inexpensive. So I use some fun yarn. When I'm making pom-poms, I prefer to use a thicker yarn. This is a size 6. It's a chunkier yarn, as you can see, but you can really use any yarn that you have on hand. I do recommend more of a fall color when you're doing this, because otherwise it starts to look like an apple if you did red, or it could look like something different. But I try to differentiate with the fun pumpkin leaf here, so it looks more like a pumpkin. So you're going to need yarn, and then you're going to need one of my favorite crafting tools of all time. This is Clover's Pom Pom Maker. It comes in a set, and I've linked all the products below if you want to check out the descriptions if you want to make your own. But this is their size 65, and this is their 45, and this is the one that I use pretty much all the time. But again, I've linked a set below for you if you want to start making your own sizes. So this is the 45 size, and this is the 65 size. And then you're going to need some sharp scissors. I prefer Clover scissors. They're really sharp. I was joking with my mom the other day that these are my pom-pom making scissors or my fabric scissors. So when my kids come here into the studio, I do not let them touch it, because that was the only time my mom got frustrated, is when we went into her fabric scissors and we started using them to cut paper. So anyway, I love using these Clover scissors for pom-pom making. They're extremely sharp. They're wonderful. And I've linked them again in the description below if you want your own. And then just some green felt. This is just some crafting felt. Very simple. You can find this at any craft store. And that's for the leaf. And then lastly, the cheapest product of all is a tiny branch that I pulled from my yard. I just foraged it like 30 minutes ago before this live. So that is all you need to make this adorable pumpkin. This is a Pom Pom pumpkin. It is so cute. Again, you can use this as a gift topper for a fall gift. You can string them together to make a garland. You can make different sizes with your pom-pom set and just set them on your table for a fun tablescape. Another great thing about this project is if you work with children, if you work with your children, your grandchildren, this is a project that they can easily make. It's really cute and so fun. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I'm excited about this project because I want to show you how I make my pom-poms. Everybody makes their pom-poms differently, and this is my preferred method. But again, it's really whatever works for you. I don't know if you get on Facebook or Instagram and you start watching those pom-pom making videos. It's really therapeutic and really fun, and that's what we're going to do today. So You can decide what side of the skein, the yarn skein you're going to pull from. For this project, since we're pretty far into the yarn skein, I'm actually going to pull from the middle. It's not, normally when you get started, it's really wavy. The yarn is when you get started on this, but it's not because I'm about halfway through, so I'm just going to pull from the middle. And then you're going to open one side of your pom-pom maker. So it comes with 2 arms, and you're going to open one arm. And then you're going to take your yarn and you are just going to hold it. I like to hold it with one finger and then wrap the yarn all the way around the pom-pom arm. And the way that I prefer to do it is I like to go back and forth, so have a nice even line. And you're just going to keep wrapping until you get a consistent look with this pom-pom arm, trying to avoid going over this part. So you will just keep wrapping around, getting a nice consistent look. And if you have any questions, don't worry, you can go to my website, countrypeony, like the flower.com, and I've got a whole bunch of pom-pom making tutorials on there for you. But it's just such a fun project to do in the evening, on the weekends, really anytime that you just want just a simple project. Okay, so you can see it's nice and even down here. That's a pretty full arm. That's about as full as it's gonna get. And then you're gonna close it. And I prefer to snip it because otherwise, you'll see later, it's hard to notice it, and you wanna cut it so you don't mess up your process later. But you can keep going and pulling it to the other side. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the other side. And you just start to get the hang of it. It's really simple. And the yarn that I prefer to use is the bulkier yarn. Like I said, this is a size 6, but you can use really thin yarn to get those really soft pom-poms. It can be really fun that way too. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm actually gonna add a little bit more to the inside, and you'll see why, because it gives the pumpkin a little bit more of a pumpkin-y look. That makes sense. So it's a little bit thicker here in the sides, a little thinner on the ends. Okay, so that's about as full as I can get it while being able to close it. Okay, so now I'm going to close it. So both sides of the pom-pom arm are now closed. Now I'm going to trim this side, and then when you have a pom-pom maker, you'll see there are guidelines right here for you to cut down for your pom-pom. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these sharp scissors and we're gonna find the bottom of that yarn where it's connected, and we're just gonna cut it. And making sure you're holding the pom-pom closed, the pom-pom maker closed, so the yarn doesn't go everywhere. And so as you can see, I was just cutting down that pom-pom maker line. It's very simple. Making sure that you're getting all of your yarn, because if not, it's not gonna tie properly, okay? And if you'll have any questions, please let me know. I love making pom-poms. It's one of my favorite things to do because it's a great use for yarn that's left over from projects. And they're just so darn cute. I love them so much. Okay, and they're so simple. I love an instant gratification project, and this is definitely one. Okay, so I've got it cut all the way through, all the way around on both sides. We're gonna take another piece of yarn, about 2 feet, and then you're going to go through that pom-pom maker guideline where you just cut, and you are going to wrap the yarn all the way around, and you're going to make it nice and tight, and then you're going to pull it to make one nice knot, and then you're going to go wrap it around the other side just so it's nice and secure, and you're going to tie a knot on this side. Okay, wonderful. So now you've got your pom-pom secure. You can open it, which is my favorite part. It's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna pull this pom-pom arm out, and I'm gonna pull this other pom-pom arm out. And then you're going to pull it apart, and you've got this really cute pom-pom, which needs a lot of work. But it's so fun. This is my favorite part. Okay, and as you can see, I made the sides a little bit thicker. So you get that nice oval shape with your pumpkin. Okay, so from here, the pumpkin just needs a really good haircut. That's all it needs. So we're just gonna trim around. I just like to work in sections. I'm looking for pieces that are kind of sticking out like this one right here, and I'm just trimming. You can do as much or as little as you want here. I don't overdo it with my trimming process because I just don't want all the yarn to go everywhere, but it's really up to you. And then also, since we're not going to be hanging this from anything, I also recommend cutting off this top part, okay? But sometimes you can keep it on because you might need to hang it as the topper for your garland, or if you make a cute tree, you can hang these on there as ornaments. But I'm just going around and I'm just trimming. I'm just moving this around, and it makes a bit of a mess, as you can see. Most of the time I put like a plate down and I trim on top of it so that can collect a lot of this. So I'm just twisting this pumpkin pom-pom and giving it a nice haircut. It's really fun and it's really therapeutic. And you really can't go wrong because if you just keep trimming, it just gets a little smaller. There's nothing wrong with that. And the Pom Pom Maker set comes with so many different sizes. These are kind of the middle of the road sizes, but they have a bigger size and a smaller size. But these are the two that I use the most often because they are, I think they give you some really fun sizes to work with, okay? So this is your little pumpkin. Look how cute he is. So he's a little bit round because we made those sides a little bit thicker, if you remember, but he sits so pretty. And I think he's so cute. He needs a little bit more trimming, but you can really do whatever you want here. Okay, so have fun. Okay, so you can't have a pumpkin without a pumpkin stem. So I went to my backyard, I pulled a branch off the ground that was already dry, and I cut it. And so we're gonna start by attaching the pumpkin stem. And for this, I love Beacon's Fabri-Tac is one of my favorite crafting glues. You can either use hot glue or you can use this. This is a great glue to have on hand. I use it almost every day to take care of crafting projects. I also use it to if I have any issues with my clothing or my kids' toys. So it's super versatile. And I've also linked it below. But all you're gonna do is you're gonna apply just a tiny amount on the base of this stem. And then you're gonna find the center of your pom-pom and you're just gonna insert it. You're gonna hold it so it stays. And this is your pom-pom. So cute, your pumpkin pom-pom. You can make the stem a little bit shorter like I did with this one or make it longer. It's really up to you. And then for the leaf, I'm using some crafting felt, some green. And so the pumpkin stem leaf is a little bit fatter around the sides. And so I'm just gonna kind of play with it, make it fun and whimsical, just to give it some depth and interest. So something simple like that is what I did. Now I'm gonna take the glue and I'm gonna attach it to the back side of the leaf on the bottom, down below as you can see. And then I'm gonna nestle it into the pumpkin pom-pom at the top. And look how cute that is. I think it's so cute. And again, you could do, this orange is really intense, but I love it. You could do a lighter orange. You could maybe even do some green pom-poms. It's really up to you. You can do different sizes. This again is the yellow pom-pom maker size or the 45. And then this one is the 65 for the blue one. So you can even get bigger with it, but I just think this is so cute. And it was so simple. It took me less than 10 minutes to make. This is a really fun crafting project. Again, you can do with your children, you can do on your own. You can make a whole bunch of these for a fun garland, or just as a fun vignette. So anyway, I hope you have fun making these pom-poms. They bring me so much joy. And I really appreciate you watching today. And I hope this inspires you, whether or not you make your own pumpkin pom-pom this fall. I hope this inspires you just to start playing around with your own crafts and adding some fun decor to your home this holiday season. So thank you again for watching. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And I will see you next Monday on Coffee and Crafting at noon Central Standard Time here on Facebook. Thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful Monday.